for anybody left on UCLA's schedule, they better be on alert now. Wow. I don't know what to. They're must-watch TV. They're absolute must-watch.
It's an incredible turnaround.
I kind of want it to keep going now.
Absolutely.
Welcome to Saturday versus Sunday. I'm John Barbin. With me is Jeff Dover, and let's talk football.
We're a couple of average football fans that watch college, the NFL. We're currently here on our Missouri-Kansas City road trip. We went to the Missouri game yesterday. We're going to the Kansas City game tonight. We hope to earn your like and subscribe today. This is our review of the UCLA-Michigan State game. What are your initial thoughts?
Is UCLA going to be in the Big Ten championship game?
I've never wanted a turnaround for a team, much like I have like with this one, because it's great when they're doing well.
It's so awesome for Nico Iamaleava, and I've been one of the critics of his move there and how it just looked like it was going from bad to worse. And then, 3 games in, they're getting boat raced, and then the coach gets fired, and then the coordinators go. So all of the reasons he was supposed to be in UCLA were all falling away. And the only one that remained was he just wanted to be close to home, which sounded really bad. Mm-hmm. And then the improbable win over Penn State. And here they just work them. Like they beat the Spartans. They beat them down. This was a non-competitive game from the Spartans. They just kicked their ass.
Yeah, this team turnaround has been one of the more amazing things I've seen. And again, just to preface this, before the season started, we're Nico fans, okay? We were looking forward to Nico being at Tennessee. In one of our early shows, you can go back and look it up. I predicted he was going to win the Heisman. I thought Tennessee was going to do really well. And then all that disaster happened in the offseason where he went to UCLA. And people were really happy for him not to be successful. But it doesn't, change the fact that he's a talented quarterback. And it now seems like he's found a system that really works for him. And it's great because that was the thing at the beginning. When he left Tennessee, I was going to miss seeing him be successful, like and playing well, because he was exciting to watch. And so now that he's in a new position and doing better, I really enjoy it. It's been great to see.
Well, and on the biggest stage too at Tennessee.
Yes.
He was.
They were in a playoffs last year.
Yes, and against I know the Big Ten's good too, but I mean, you can't get any bigger than playing at Tennessee against all of the teams you're going to end up playing against there. Mm-hmm. And they got killed in the playoffs, but that's not the point. The point is they actually made it to the playoffs. And so he goes to UCLA, and now, I mean, the playoffs aren't actually off the table.
No,
as crazy as it sounds, they're 2-1 in Big Ten. They have the win over Penn State, which, at the time looked like it was a good win. Now it doesn't matter because Penn State now has lost 3 games in comp. They're out. Penn State's out.
That could be over. We did a Penn State review. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch that one. But yeah, you're right. That win is not aging as well as it would have liked 1 week later.
Doesn't matter. And now they've kicked Michigan State's ass. Like this was a thorough beatdown. I think Michigan State gets out to the quick lead, but shortly thereafter, UCLA takes the lead and never looks back. I mean, by the end of it's 24-7 by the end of the first half. And if you watch this game, it was just obvious one team was far superior than the other team, which, my God, if you go back to the first game of the season and watch UCLA get completely boat raced by Utah, you're thinking, oh, this is not good. And then they get their ass kicked by New Mexico, and you're like, oh, there's nothing here.
And UNLV. Yeah.
I mean,
which isn't, I know that UNLV is undefeated too. Still? Yes.
Yeah, but it's not like a boat race. They got boat raced by those 2 other teams. And here now they're boat racing other teams.
Yeah, no, I can't state it enough what a turnaround this has been. Like it really, so coming up now, UCLA's hosting Maryland, which I think feels like it's a winnable game now. Then they're at Indiana, which all of a sudden is shaping up to be a colossal matchup. Like that could be a really good game. And they still have Nebraska, Ohio State, Washington. And then now all of a sudden at USC at the end of the season feels like it could be a really important game in the Big Ten, which is still hard to wrap your head around.
It's still difficult to wrap your head around what's actually going on here. And the thing is, it's their rushing game. They're running over teams.
Yeah.
They ran over Penn State and they ran over Michigan State here.
Yes, they absolutely did. And we've talked about this a lot on this show, if you watched this before, that you can't be one dimensional. You can't just, if you can only run the ball, that's not going to work. If you can only pass the ball, it's not going to work because it just makes it too It's too easy for the defense to adapt and contain everything. And so the difference with UCLA is they run successfully and they pass just enough to keep the defense honest, which is what allows the rushing to still be successful. So like that, they do a great job with that. They do a great job. Nico does a great job of spreading the ball around. A lot of different people had receptions of this game for UCLA, and they passed just enough so that it makes the 238 rushing yards was dominant.
238 rushing. Okay, so they go for 238 on the ground, and this time it's not just Nico. Whereas the Penn State game, it was a lot him.
Exactly. He only had 3 rushing yards technically.
So their running attack just completely overwhelms Michigan State, and they hold Michigan State to 87 yards rushing. And then Nico goes 16 for 24, 180 yards, 3 TDs, no picks. Every coach in the country will take that stat line every single time. The like heavy, successful run game complemented by a pass game. Just they did whatever the hell they wanted here.
Yeah, and it's over 400 yards total yards, I think, in 3 consecutive games now with the coaching change, which is great. Neuheisel's offensive coordinator, and so they're doing a great job with that. But no, and the best part of having a dominant running game is that it fits so well into like winning football games because you get the time of possession, less chance of turnovers. They had 36 minutes to 23 minutes for Michigan State for the time of possession, so that they totally dominated with them on that, which was great. So like this turnaround. I can't stress it enough. This is so rare for a team to look so bad for that many games, and then to be a completely different team now has been amazing to see.
Can you even think of another team that's done this in the same year? I don't mean one year to the next, but in the same year.
No, I can't. I've seen good teams all of a sudden sort of lose it and they stop playing or some key injuries and stuff. But to go from not being very good, to really good is very rare. You know what? The only thing I've seen something like this was with the Ravens last year, where the defense wasn't very good, and then they made a couple of personnel switches and then allowed them to like have a whole different scheme, and then it was like really different from that point on. Like that's the closest thing I can think of.
And that's only one side of the ball. The Ravens are still good the whole year anyway.
Yes,
but they were. I mean, because they could just outscore people before that. But here, I mean, and it's not like these are fluky wins. If you can run for 200 plus yards on a team, that's not a fluke. You're just
at Michigan State too.
You're just exerting your will on that team. Like you're just overwhelming them when you can do that. I mean, this was a non-competitive game. They were up by 3 scores going into the fourth quarter. Michigan State just didn't belong on the field with UCLA, if you can say it that way.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden, Jonathan Smith, people are like, was this the right hire?
Yeah.
I've already been hearing stuff about that now too.
Right. 0-3 in the Big Ten is kind of tough for them too to start. But again, hats off to UCLA, hats off to the making that coaching change, making the change at offensive coordinator. This is the Nico that I was looking forward to seeing at Tennessee. He's just happens to be doing it at UCLA now.
All right. So 3-4 weeks ago, I put a video up saying, are they even going to win it? I thought after the New Mexico loss, I thought maybe Northwestern's the only game they can win. So they lose that one.
Yep.
And now I'm looking at the schedule thinking they got to be favored against Maryland.
Yeah.
At home. Indiana will be favored, but now I think that's going to be a banger of a game.
Yes.
And the only other team I think's for sure ahead of them is Ohio State, but if they can play like this
right
against Nebraska, it doesn't make me think, and at home, I don't see why they wouldn't be competitive against Nebraska, Washington, or USC.
Well, and here's the thing too. This is a weird statement to say at this point, because after starting 0-4, they control their own destiny, which is really saying something, because they're 2-1 in conference, and they still play Indiana, Ohio State, Washington. Like if they win out, they would be in the Big Ten championship.
Imagine if they get their revenge over Ohio State, or at least his, not theirs.
Yeah,
Nico's. If he can beat Ohio State,
that'd be nuts. So
are they must-watch TV? They are absolutely must-watch TV.
Absolutely, like that home game against Maryland next week. You want to, if they play like they have been the last 2 games, should win that comfortably, and it sets up just a colossal matchup against Indiana. What's crazy is that they're playing. This is another good example of why rankings don't work. So Texas was unranked yesterday against Oklahoma at a neutral site, and Oklahoma was ranked like 6th or something like that, and Texas was unranked, and Texas was favored in the game. So it just shows you like how the rankings like really. So UCLA could beat Maryland, and they'll still probably be unranked because they'd be like 3 and 4, you know. But the game against Indiana will be, you know, like it'll be like playing a ranked team at that point if they
for Indiana.
Yes,
Yeah.
like because
and Indiana's coach will not overlook that.
No,
I'm sure all of a sudden that game is got a much bigger red circle on it.
Oh yeah.
Than if it ever did for anybody left on UCLA's schedule.
Mhm.
They better be on alert now. Wow. I don't know what to. They're must watch TV. They're absolute must watch.
It's an incredible turnaround.
I kind of want it to keep going now.
Absolutely.
Just for the story of it all. Like it's
yeah. No, I'd love to see them keep winning. Like this like I said before, it's like Nico's a great football player. We really piled on him in the off season for some of the choices, but like this is what I wanted all along, was to see him, you know, running and throwing, and he's a good QB.
Can he still win the Heisman?
I doubt it.
I don't know. After those first
because your total stats wouldn't be that good because they were horrendous the first 4 games. That's a big chunk of the season.
All right. Well, I don't know. You got anything else on your list?
No, that's about it.
All right. So, I mean, what can we say about both teams? Arrows are down for the Spartans, and probably maybe for Jonathan Smith too. This is not a good look. Aiden Childs is supposed to be developing, but he still has another. What 1 year?
He only got half the snaps too, right?
Right. He was out.
Yeah.
So just another disappointing season for the Spartans. So this is not how they were hoping this was going to go after they hired him. So I don't know what to say. Arrows down there, and arrows are pointing up for UCLA. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, well, if you're still with us, we appreciate you being here. We know our channel's small. We just started it last year. So if you like what we got going on, we'd super appreciate a like and a subscribe. That really helps us grow the channel, and maybe share it with somebody you think might enjoy this. And for Jeff Dover, I'm John Barbin, and that's your Saturday versus Sunday podcast.